Okay, so I just finished building the mine ship. All of this is, of course, subject to being tweaked and adjusted, but this is what it is for now. So, the primary fire is the magnet mine. Poot. Restock my MP there. So when you first shoot it out, it's yellow, it's a solid yellow, and then after 10 seconds it starts flashing green and these little spiky things come out. I don't want this to be the final graphic, but certain elements of it I want to hold on to unless we can come up with a different way of communicating the same idea. My idea was basically just that, like the reason for the 10-second delay is I don't want you to be able to use the magnet mine as just like another missile basically. I want it to actually be used as a mine. So it detects movement. So if you were to go up to another ship and shoot it right at them, I don't want it to just chase after them immediately from that impact knocking them. So there's a delay before it opens up and becomes active, and that is set to be long enough that any ship should have stopped moving by then. Now I actually turned down the movement threshold, so I can probably shorten the time that it takes for the mine to activate. Anyways, let's see how it works. I'll switch to a ship that can actually outrun it. So once I go within its range, which is invisible, as we talked about, I think, it flashes red and starts chasing me. Now the scout is fast enough that it can get away. Most ships are not. However, if you happen to be close to an edge, you could get away from it by going through the side like that. It will chase you through, but it'll give you a little bit of time to get away. Yeah. That's that. And then the secondary fire is the minefield, which I'm so happy with. I know we talked about them all kind of coming out at the same time, and like my initial thought was that they'd come out just individually in like a line basically, so you could leave a trail of them, and I feel like this is kind of a good middle ground. And part of the reason why I did this is because when they were all coming out at the same time, the mines were actually colliding with each other and causing some weird like pushing on the ship. So I just added a tiny bit of a delay, and this is the effect I got. And I quite like it because it creates, it lets you make sort of a region. Like you can make a minefield instead of it just being one tiny little blotch. I mean, anyone's going to just go around these generally, unless they're like really low on AP and they need to creep through. But it's cool that you can spread them out. And also, you might be thinking, that's a lot of mines. Yes, it is. I just don't think it would be particularly useful if it were any fewer. Yeah, same rules apply, by the way, where when you first shoot them out, they're not immediately active. Let's just restock that with our drone here real quick. So if I go to the mine ship, and I want to hit the drone there, they come out and they're green like that. They're not actually... Oh, the drone was taking impact damage. I need to fix that. But they're not going to blow up. It takes, I think, 3 seconds before they open up and become activated. So you can get a lot of mines going, obviously, but they're very small. They do 3 damage each. They're easy enough to avoid. I don't know, like, we can play around with this, but yeah, there's that. Then the gravity well. This has been a huge pain in the butt to tweak so that it pulls the right amount on ships and also on projectiles, because there's a significant mass difference between like the Scout's energy ball and the Scout's machine gun. the machine gun is like 10 times less massive, so finding an amount of gravity pull that will still affect the energy ball but not have like an insane effect on the machine gun, that's been a little tricky. I still feel like it's pulling too fast on the machine gun, but I'll show you what I mean. Anyways, I'll put that out, and after a moment, oh, I was in the range. I might need to make it so that it shoots a little bit harder so that that can't happen. I don't want you to have to outrun it, which is the same thing with the magnet mine. I think we talked about the mine just kind of dropping behind you, but I don't want you to have to drop it and then escape its region. Like, I want it to at least shoot far enough away that the ship that dropped it is safe, you know, unless you turn around for some reason. Anyways, so we'll go to the scout. Where'd he go? And right now, the only ships that can escape the gravity well are the scout and the drone. The scout can do it. You have to kind of like get a run. Ooh, I'm not paying attention. Yeah, you kind of have to get a run through here with the scout to have enough speed to break through. Or, of course, you can use your dash and get out. I think the drone might also need a run like that. I have to play around with it some more. Anyways, so if I shoot, all those mines are going to mess this up, but you get the idea. It gets in there and knocks stuff around. It's pretty cool. And if I shoot the machine gun, yeah, they go really fast in there and knock stuff around. But that's a brutal combo, the gravity well and the mini mines, or even the magnet mine. Or it has the potential to be a brutal combo. I'm not really sure how much damage you could realistically do with it in one go, but I mean, there's lots of different things you could do to maximize the potential of it. I have not play tested the mine ship and to see, like, you know, how powerful is it, how useful is it. I had one game with it last night before I built the gravity well, so that's going to need some play time to figure out. I gave it a name. I called it the Orb-Weaver. It's a ship that's built around trapping, and I thought, oh, that's like a spider kind of thing, right? Well, I don't want to literally call it the spider necessarily, and there's a spider called the Orb-Weaver spider, which feels very appropriate given that the ship drops a bunch of balls. Anyways, that's it for now. See ya.